Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over the main section of the web page. So first things first, I already cleared out the main section, took out the items we had within the main section. So for this we're going to make a scroll effect, like the ones where you have like a full view of items and they scroll from each page to the next page. Okay, so for this example we're going to be using like a shoe store. So I have some stock images of shoes, and these are the images we're going to be using for today. Okay, so first things first, in the main we're going to add our images in. We're going to be using the span for this, and it's gonna be taking in an image, and it's gonna be the src is gonna copy relative path, paste, and then each span is going to belong to the class of item. It's going to have its individual ID of item 1. There we go. So now we need 1 2 3 4 5 of this. Copy 2 3 4 5. There we go. So we're just going to change this 3 4 and 5. So we're going to change the numbers on the IDs also. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, and this is the result we have right now. So big and takes out almost the entire web page. But that's not the effect we want. We want it to just fit into the one div, the main div, and then as you scroll down, it goes to the next image. So we need to go over to the CSS to make our changes over there. Okay, so I tried to make this as small as possible so we can see both the changes we're making and our code. The first thing we're going to do is access the items class and rescale the images from there. So item, so we're going to display, we're going to set that to flex, and then the width, we're going to set that to a little bit below the actual main, to 99%, and then the height, we're going to set that to 79 VH, which is the same as the main. Okay, so now you see the image fits the height of the main behind it, so we need to do the justify content, set that to center, so it works a bit. I mean, the one below looks aligned, but the one above doesn't look correct. So let's add in the effect before we make changes to like any other sections. So to get the snapping effect, we need to go over to the main, set the scroll type, scroll snap type. We're going to set that to Y and then mandatory. Then next we're going to set the overflow Y to scroll. Now you see it all fits into the main, but it's not doing the effect yet. So lastly, we want to go over to the items once more and then set the scroll snap align. I want to set that to start, and there we go. Now it snaps to where it's meant to be. So lastly, we need to take out the corner radius of the main and then also take out the background color just in case. So first take this out, background, and then corner radius, sorry, border radius, set that to 0. There we go. So lastly, I want to add in like an order now button right about here that says order now. So for that, we need to go over to the HTML file. So first on the HTML file, we head over to the first one and then set input. We don't need a type, it's just gonna be submit. Take this out and it's gonna be ID. Let's call it by me word, but we're gonna use it by me, and then we're gonna set the read only and placeholder. We're going to set that to order now. There we go. So we head over to the web page. That's what it looks like. Okay, so the buy me button is right there because it pushes the image to the side. Okay, so first we're going to access the buy me ID, and then we're going to set the position to absolute, and then from the top we're gonna say 20%, and from the right gonna set that to 25%. Next we're gonna set the width to, let's say, 25 VH, and then the height to 6 VH. Okay, that works. So the border radius, we're going to set that to 5 pixels. So next, the text color, we're going to set that to black. Lastly, for the border, we're going to change that to thin, solid, and we're going to use the same color as the header, and there we go. So I noticed that once you over like the button, it doesn't change to a pointer, so I'll make an edit to that lastly. So buy me over, and we're going to set that to cursor pointer. There we go. So now let's look at the full web page. Okay, so now in full view, we notice the image doesn't contain the entire main background, so we need to change that. So over here, we're going to go to item.image, so item image, and then we're going to set that to width, so that's 100%. And then the border radius, we're going to set that to 0. So now let's maximize it back and see what it looks like. There we go. Okay, so the button doesn't look centered as it should be, so let's change that also. So we head over to the CSS file again, and then back to the items, and right here we're gonna do a transform, translate -50% -50%. So now let's see what that looks like. There we go. That looks better. So it looks centered, and now we have the snapping effect. The point is working perfectly, and that's all for this. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. In case you have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. In the next video, we're going to go over the aside section of the web page. But for now, thank you for watching and have a nice day.